Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Brigs Youth Sail Training Hamilton Arrival Ceremony. Today's event is a celebration of Brigs and our new home in the Port of Hamilton. Today's ceremony is entirely pre-recorded and will run approximately 30 minutes. Throughout the event, we invite you to join in the chat with your fellow attendees and share your own stories and reflections. If you are experiencing any technical difficulties or would like to ask a question of the host, please do so using the chat function. While we are gathering virtually, Briggs would like to acknowledge the traditional territories of our new home port of Hamilton and the lands bordering the waters that we sail. These are the traditional lands of the Erie, the Neutral, the Huron-Wendat, and the Haudenosaunee people. We acknowledge in particular the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. Let us take inspiration from the traditional knowledge of Indigenous people, most especially their stewardship of our shared and precious waterways. It is the immemorial custom of sailing organizations to begin a new journey with a blessing of their vessel and the people who sail aboard it. Today, as we begin our new journey in Hamilton, we are very honored to welcome Elder Gary Sue of the Mississaugas of the Credit for a special blessing of T.S. Playfair.
Nanakama Manitou, Shewase tu, Namkage win, Wasa Kibal Binjabam, Granishki Babigum, Kadeka Zimwadak, We the Bimshanam, We Dopnishnam, Asia Bejigo, Bakade, Asia Bejigo, and then down them. Bajo, Ogajige Higanin and Dishnakas, Magazine Adodam, Mississauga and Dow. That's a song for the bow of this boat to flow through the water in a wonderful and musical way so that it can enchant the people that are on board. And I'm going to walk around this boat to bless all of it because it comes from our forests and our land so that the people could enjoy it and enjoy the water. Ya buena, oh ya buena, ya buena, we hi ya buena, ya buena, we hi ya buena, ya we how we ya we oh. Yahweh na, oh Yahweh na, we Yahweh na, Yahweh na, we Yahweh na, Yahweh Yahweh, we Yahweh no. It's a pleasure to be on board this boat. I sailed on a much larger boat than this when I was young and in the Sea Cats in St. Catharines. And there's nothing more exhilarating watching the boat sail through and knowing that your sails are propelling it and pushing it through like your ancestors did when they first came across the great waters to get you. So I'm thankful that these people have invited me here to give this blessing, and I hope that it gathers more young people from a life of understanding the connection between the water and man, so that because everything's connected, and it's that kind of a feeling that gets you. It lasted me all through my life. I ended up being a sailor in the United States Navy, so it's the water did something to me, and I hope it can do a lot for the youth that are going to be coming on board this fine craft. Miigwech, Yahweh.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to begin by thanking Elder Gary Sue of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation for that blessing. We are immensely grateful for your words of wisdom, and we hope they will begin our journey in Hamilton in a good way. Welcome to the Brigs Youth Sail Training Hamilton Arrival Ceremony. My name is Francis Clegg. I serve as President of Brigs, and on behalf of our board, our membership, volunteers, crew, parents, alumni and supporters, it is my great privilege to welcome you to today's ceremony. As you can imagine, when we started the process of relocating Briggs and our ship, the TS Playfair, to Hamilton, we had hoped that this celebration would be done in person. We wanted to showcase both the pride we have in our program and in our new home in Hamilton. Of course, the COVID pandemic interfered with that plan, and so while we have been forced to gather virtually, our pride is not the least bit diminished, and we are very grateful that you have taken the time to join us. This ceremony marks a major milestone in a process of transformation that began nearly 2 years ago. It was at that time, well before the pandemic, that representatives of what was then the Toronto Brigantine were invited to tour the Hamilton waterfront and meet with representatives of the Hamilton-Oshawa Port Authority. From that initial meeting blossomed a unique partnership that will ensure future generations of Canadian youth can have the same access to sail training that previous generations took for granted. In the nearly 2 years since that meeting, with the support of Ian Hamilton, CEO of Hopper, from whom you'll hear later, and his wonderful team, Briggs has now completed our formal move to this city and its historic harbour. Working alongside the commercial tenants of the largest Canadian port on the Great Lakes, Briggs shares Hopper's vision for making the Hamilton waterfront a place where everyone can gather and enjoy our maritime heritage. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Ian and his colleagues at Hopper Ports for their vision, leadership and ceaseless support. None of this would have been possible without you. While our home port has changed, the essential elements of what has made Briggs such a respected youth leadership organisation for 60 years have not. Our mission remains to use the unique platform of a traditionally rigged tall ship to transform the lives of young people. With our peer-to-peer teaching model, we help teenagers develop leadership skills, self-confidence, build independence and resiliency. We also give everyone on board an opportunity to unplug from the screens that dominate our lives and build friendships and memories that last a lifetime. Like many of the people who were instrumental in making today's event possible, I am also an alumnus of the program and I can attest to how much it changed my life. At the beginning of our presentation, you saw a short video where we completed one of the final steps in our relocation process. This involved changing the port of registry on the stern of our vessel from Toronto to Hamilton. More than a symbolic or legal requirement, this represents our commitment to the youth of Hamilton and indeed all young people on the Great Lakes. Our mission at Briggs is to create the most welcoming, inclusive and transformative experiential learning program possible. Since our move to Hamilton, we have forged many new partnerships, including with City Kids Hamilton, and this is only the beginning. Through our new Pathfinder Access Fund, Briggs is committed to ensure that half of all berths are provided free of charge to youth who would otherwise be unable to participate. You will learn more about our future plans later in this program. Getting Briggs this far has been a monumental effort, made all the more difficult by the ongoing pandemic. It would not have been possible without the tireless efforts of our staff and volunteers and the faithful support of our donors and industry partners, many of whom I know are joining us today. To all of you, I extend my sincerest gratitude. By investing in Briggs, you have invested in Canada's future leaders. Thank you everyone for joining us today, and please enjoy the rest of our program.
And now a message from the Honourable Philomena Tassi, Federal Minister of Labour and Member of Parliament for Hamilton West, Ancaster and Dundas.
I would like to begin by acknowledging that I am participating from the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe peoples, within the territory covered by the Upper Canada Treaties, as well as the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. I am so thrilled to be invited to be with you virtually on this very important day. Welcome to Hamilton. Today we celebrate the blessing of the TS Playfair, which I have learned was launched in 1974 and christened by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. It is an incredible opportunity and experience for youth to be able to crew on this ship. I know firsthand from 20 years of working in a high school what opportunities like this can bring. Experiential learning opportunities like this can be life-changing. The ability to take an interest or a passion and experience it in this way, hands-on, can often be the beginning of something very special. Keep your hearts and minds open. Be gentle on yourselves. Look with great optimism on the opportunity to meet new people. Challenge yourself to discover your gifts and to be the best you can be. Thank you to everyone who has participated in creating this opportunity for our young people. To the organizers, staff, volunteers, your work is creating exciting possibilities for our youth to learn, become independent, work together, and problem solve in a real life situation. To the young people who will be crewing the TS Playfair, I wish you fair winds and following seats.
A message from the Honourable Karina Gould, Minister of International Development and Member of Parliament for Burlington.
Hi, I'm Karina Gould, the Member of Parliament for Burlington. Thank you to Briggs Youth Sail Training for inviting me to participate in their virtual celebration as you mark your move to Hamilton with the blessing of the ship. I know that in normal times, this event would take place in person, surrounded by your fellow community members, but this year is different. It is so important for us to all stay home as much as we can to keep one another safe, but it is also important to stay connected with our community. I applaud Briggs for their hard work in putting this event together to ensure that this occasion is celebrated. I welcome Briggs to their new home in Hamilton, and I look forward to visiting in safer times. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, Minister. Now a message from Ms. Andrea Horvath, Leader of the Official Opposition in Ontario and MPP for Hamilton Centre.
As both the Leader of your Official Opposition NDP here in Ontario and as your MPP for Hamilton Centre, I'm very pleased to welcome the TS Playfair to my hometown and our historic harbour. For over 60 years, thousands of young Ontarians have had the incredible opportunity of being introduced to sailing and getting to experience the natural beauty of the Great Lakes, thanks to hands-on instruction offered on this majestic tall ship by the Brigs Youth Sail Training Charity. And with our community and communities across the province beginning to look forward to reopening and plans for the future, I know a lot of young people and families will be thrilled to get out, to try their hand at sailing on the TS Playfair and to experience the sun, the spray of the waves, and the fresh air. So a hearty welcome once again to the TS Playfair and the Brigs Youth Sail Training Charity. We're proud that you're part of our community here in Hamilton, and I'm looking forward to taking you folks up on that tour. It's my hope that thousands more Hamiltonians and folks from all across Ontario will be having many more adventures on the TS Playfair's decks for generations to come. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Megwich and bon voyage.
Since our founding in 1962, the different ships that have made up Brigs have proudly flown the Canadian colours wherever they have travelled. In honour of our arrival in Hamilton, we are proud today to raise the new Canadian and Hamilton flags over the mast of TS Playfair. The Canadian flag is a gift of the Honourable Philomena Tassi, and the flag of Hamilton is provided courtesy of His Worship Fred Eisenberger, Mayor of Hamilton. Assisting in the raising of the flags are members of the HMCS Star, Hamilton's Naval Reserve Division.
It is my pleasure to extend warm greetings on behalf of my council colleagues and the City of Hamilton to you on the occasion of the official arrival of the TS Playfair in your new home port here in the City of Hamilton. I want to extend a sincere thank you to all of your friends, alumni, sponsors, and staff and volunteers for your tremendous contribution to the success of the Playfair. A special thank you to the Hamilton Oshawa Port Authority for making it possible for you to join us right here in Hamilton. Thank you for choosing Hamilton as your new home port. Seeing Hamilton installed on the transom of the Playfair makes it a fact. Since its launch in 1973, the TS Playfair has brought a meaningful, life-changing sailing experience into the lives of numerous high school youth over the years. The success of your program can be seen in the lives of your alumni today. So thank you for your generous contribution to the young lives you have served over the years. We are delighted to offer you a gift of the official flag of the City of Hamilton to fly from the TS Playfair wherever she sails. TS Playfair, welcome to Hamilton. May your sailing be always in fine weather with a happy crew and a full wind in your sails.
Thank you, Your Worship. One of the most unexpected viral trends to have emerged from the recent COVID-19 pandemic is the renewed interest in sea shanties. For centuries, these rhythmic work songs have helped sailors keep in time with their work and pass the long hours at sea. At Brigs, we have been keeping the tradition of sea shanties going from our very beginning. To this day, all trainees are invited to join in these ancient maritime songs. Today, we are honored to be joined by members of Press Gang Mutiny, Toronto's very own sea shanty band. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tim Pyron, Stephen Reed, Richard Cott, James Mackey, and Press Gang Mutiny.
Hey there, friends at Brigs. We're Press Gang Mutiny, and we just wanted to send you a quick message. We know that you're leaving from Toronto, and that kind of breaks our hearts because we love you being close to us, but we also hear that you're heading to the wonderful port of Hamilton. So we thought that we'd just record a quick video for you, send you our well wishes as you head on this next chapter of your journey. So here we go.
Oh, poor old Reuben Ranzo, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. Oh, poor old Reuben Ranzo, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. Oh, Ranzo was no sailor, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. He was a New York tailor, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. Because he was so dirty, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. They gave him 35. Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. 'Cause he couldn't do his duty, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. That's because he was no beauty, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. And the skipper's daughter Nancy, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. Well, to him she took a fancy, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. And she fed him bread and water, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. And a bit more than she ought to, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. And he got his first mate papers, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. Became a tariff to the whalers, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. And she gave him education, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. And they taught him navigation, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. Now he's known wherever them whalefish blow, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo. As the toughest bastard on the go, Ranzo, me boys, Ranzo.
Thank you, Press Gang Mutiny. You will hear more from the group at the end of the program. You can also find out more about Press Gang Mutiny at pressgangmutiny.com and on the Shanty Podcast, available on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. And now, please welcome Mr. Ian Hamilton, CEO of the Hamilton-Oshawa Port Authority.
Hi, my name is Ian Hamilton. I'm the President and CEO of the Hamilton-Oshawa Port Authority, also known as Hope of Ports. Today I'm thrilled to officially welcome the Brigs and the TS Playfair to Hamilton for good. Our organizations have been working closely together for the past 2 years to make their move to Hamilton Harbor a reality. We look forward to continuing a long and fruitful partnership with the Brigs organization for the benefit of local teens and future sailing enthusiasts. As an alumnus of the Brigs program myself, I know firsthand how valuable an adventure on the open water can be. The Brigs Tall Ship Sail Training Program helps build confidence in youth, a sense of personal accountability and teamwork, and friendships that last a lifetime. Hamilton Harbor is known as a thriving destination for both commercial and recreational activity. Hamilton's port is the largest and busiest Canadian port in the Great Lakes, seeing over 600 vessels and over 10 million metric tons of cargo per year. At Hope of Ports is our mission to guide the port, support Ontario's industries, and to facilitate trade. We're creating an integrated multimodal network to serve key sectors, including steelmaking, agri-food, manufacturing, and construction. But we also strive to strengthen and celebrate a balance of uses along Hamilton's waterfront. Hamilton is full of natural beauty with a vibrant recreational boating scene and an avid tradition of sailing and fishing. As you can see, the TS Playfair is now nestled in among the other pleasure crafts and a tight-knit boating community at Harbour West Marina, with the Royal Canadian Yacht Club, Leander Boat Club, and Macassa Bay all close by. As we look to the future, Hope is excited to see Brigs grow and become a mainstay of the waterfront. We know the Brigs share our values in creating long-term sustainability and social well-being. Since their introduction last year, the Brigs have been connecting with our friends at the Royal Canadian Navy, Tourism Hamilton, Mohawk College, City Kids, and many more. Hamilton is a resilient city with a small town feel made stronger by its partnerships. The Brigs have made a great impression so far, and our community partners have welcomed them with open arms. As we put the worst of the pandemic behind us, we're excited to enable youth who may not have had the opportunity to sail before to try it for the first time. We're also excited to pass down these maritime traditions and a connection with life on the water to a new generation. After all, one of the best ways to see Hamilton is to view it from the harbor. The TS Playfair is a welcome addition to Hamilton's dynamic waterfront. This summer, we will also be welcoming Canadian icon Theodore II, the tugboat from Halifax, so she will have a new friend nearby. With the waterfront redevelopment underway, its proximity to the waterfront trail, the TS Playfair is well positioned to capitalize on Hamilton's growth for years to come. There's so much to look forward to for your crew, now and in the future. To the entire Brigs network of alumni, members, parents, and participants, I'd like to say welcome home. We look forward to setting sail with you for more fun and adventures this summer and beyond. Let's go sailing.
Now we have a message from the captain of TS Playfair, Christine Chesterman.
Hello, my name is Christine Chesterman and I'm the incoming captain of the TS Playfair. I'd like to introduce to you our youth crew for this summer. Although due to COVID restrictions they weren't able to come down to Playfair during the winter, they've been doing all of their online lecture series and winter program every Friday. So they've learned everything they need to know for the summer, and as soon as we're able to go sailing, they'll be coming and doing their practicals on board. So this is our first season sailing out of Hamilton, and we're extremely excited for this to be our new home port and to be sailing out of here this summer. Our senior officer this year is Mr. Connor Teskey, and our junior officers are Miss Bonnie Alkema, Mr. Mason Mears, Miss Nina Neeson-Stem, Miss Alice Sedgwick, and Miss Jackie Gunther. Our chief petty officers this year are CPO Marshall Fink Calhoun, CPO Spencer Donahauer, and CPO Sam Campbell. And our petty officers this year are PO Owen Sedgwick, PO Connor Kane, PO Felix Kim, and PO Kevin Sina. We couldn't be more excited to be sailing with them this summer. What's the best ship?
Playfair!
Playfair!
Hello again, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed our presentation so far. I know you've all been watching carefully, and I'm confident you will have picked up on two very important messages. The first is the genuine pride and excitement that all of us at Brigs feel about the start of our journey in Hamilton. The warm and enthusiastic welcome we have received from the city, the port, the waterfront community, and other partners has been nothing short of astounding. This has energised our membership and brought us back to our roots as a community-driven organisation. The second thing is the incredible opportunities that have presented themselves to reshape our organisation's future. Building on our partnership with Hopper, Brigs has big plans in the years ahead. Our combined goal is to make Brigs a permanent feature of the waterfront and our programme a class-leading example of a youth leadership organisation. In the months and years ahead, Brigs will be unveiling our new dedicated workshop and training facility on the waterfront, as well as marking the 60th anniversary of the organisation and the 50th anniversary of the TS Playfair. You will be hearing about those events soon. In the meantime, we as an organisation are ready to get to work doing what we have done so successfully for the past 6 decades, transform the lives of youth through sail training. A big part of that is to ensure that tall ship sailing is accessible to all young people, regardless of their experience or financial circumstances. The partnerships we are building with youth service organisations, schools and Hamilton's urban Indigenous community are a key pillar of that vision. To accomplish this, we will need your help more than ever, and on behalf of Brigs, I hope you will be inspired to support us. Finally, I would be remiss if I didn't express my gratitude to the many people who made today's event possible. While too numerous to mention by name, the board members, staff and volunteers of Brigs are core of our success. Your generosity, leadership, passion and self-sacrifice is what has made us who we are. In the face of a global pandemic and one of the most challenging years in the history of summer camps, you have helped us not only survive, but lay the foundation for an incredible new future in Hamilton. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all.
All right, so we're going to sing one more shanty here, and you may not know this, but shanties were really an improvisational type of music, and so people would make up verses as they go. So we thought it'd be a little fun to do two things. Number one, to try a shanty we've never sung before that we just learned, and number two, to make up just a few verses for your arrival in Hamilton. So this is called Hilo Boys. Hilo, it's technically a hauling shanty, but I think the rhythm would be pretty good for working on the windlass. So I don't know, maybe you guys can take a video while you're hauling up the anchor and send it to us with some of your own made-up verses. Keep them clean. Here we go. A blue jay sang unto our crew, Hilo, boys, hilo. A blue jay sang unto our crew, oh, hilo, somebody, hilo. The blue jay sang and the crow said caw, Hilo, boys, hilo. Gotta set this sail by 4:30. Oh, hilo, somebody, hilo. The crew sailed down to Hamilton town. Hilo, boys, hilo. Where the sky's steel gray but the water's brown. Oh, hilo, somebody, hilo. There's somebody knocking at the gates of hell. Hilo, somebody, hilo. It's Francis Clegg and we knows him well. Oh, hilo, somebody, hilo. Oh, rouse and shake her is the cry. Hi-lo, somebody, hi-lo, this bloomin' topmast sheave is dry. Oh, hi-lo, somebody, hi-lo, oh, high and dry, we'll hoist her high. Hi-lo, somebody, hi-lo, we'll hoist her high for a bullgine pie. Oh, hi-lo, somebody, hi-lo, oh, sweat that yard, the mate do say. Hi-lo, somebody, hi-lo, just one more pull and then belay. Oh, hi-lo, somebody, hi-lo. Hey, thanks very much. Thanks for having us, and we hope we'll see you on the water or in Hamilton very, very soon. We are Press Gang Mutiny, and thanks for letting us be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our program. Thank you for joining us. A recording of this event will be available shortly on Briggs's YouTube page. You can find out more information about Briggs, our history, upcoming sailing courses, and opportunities to get involved on our website, briggs.ca. You can also find us online on our social media channels. We look forward to your feedback on today's program and hope to continue the conversation. On behalf of all of us at Briggs, thank you for your support and have a wonderful weekend.